close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What's going on, guys? I hope you're all keeping safe and well on this Monday afternoon. And I say Monday afternoon because it is deadline day, unless you're an Arsenal fan, and then it's absolutely nothing day. But yeah, listen, I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Apologies, this microphone, I didn't really set this up properly. But yeah, listen, here with you until 4 p.m. Here with you to chat all things transfers. I'm going to be back as well at 6 p.m. from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Got a few guests lined up for that show. I've not got any guests lined up for this show, but anyone who wants to come on and vent and talk about Arsenal is more than welcome. Bit of an open house this show. But yeah, I'll be back at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I think Lee's coming on, and then possibly Sophie from the Highbury squad is coming on. So yeah, listen, it's all happening here. Unless it's Arsenal, then it's not happening. But yeah, big up to everybody in the chat. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Like I said, it is deadline day, but if you're Arsenal, it's stress day. Listen, we've had this feeling many times before as Arsenal fans, haven't we? Where we've just gone into the deadline day window completely unprepared. Let me know if you can see this camera right. Let me know if that's all right in the comment section. But yeah, we've gone into this window a little bit unprepared. You know, we've gone into this deadline day a little bit unprepared. You know, we've not signed anybody. Half the squad is leaving. I think we've got about 17 players. I think we've let like 6 players go. So yeah, it's going to be mad. It's absolutely mad how we've not signed anybody. The rumors are still out there for Isaac. The rumors are being the latest reports, and I did have a look before I come on. And obviously, while I'm streaming, I will look again. And if you guys hear anything, put it in the chat and we can discuss it. Like I said, I'm going to be here till 4 p.m. But yeah, the reports are saying that we're still in for Isaac. Do you know what I mean? We're still in for Isaac, and it all depends on paying this release clause. You know, Real Sociedad apparently want 90 million euros, which works out to about 75 million pound. Now that's a lot of money to spend on Isak, but I think we're at a situation now where any deal is better than no deal, isn't it, at the moment? Because if we don't sign a striker, and obviously there's still a bit of time, you know, obviously time's ticking, but if we don't sign a striker, we are in danger of being one injury away from having Eddie Nketiah as our main striker. Let that sink in, people. Eddie Nketiah as our main striker. I'll just leave that there, and you lot can do what you want with it. But listen, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad how we've been so unprepared. And you know, for me, this is all on Edu. All on Edu. Like, I know we can sit there and blame Arteta, and yes, he is partly to blame. I'm not going to sit here and say that he isn't to blame. But this is all on Edu. You know, everything is on Edu. Edu is the head of recruitment. Transfer deadline day or transfer windows in themselves are his job to go out there and get the players. Arteta can give the targets. Arteta can say who he wants. But it's all on Edu to go and get the deals done. Big up King Tony. We've got Ericsson. You'll get one, and I reckon it'll just be Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I don't even think we're not even. There's nothing being linked to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. King Tony. There's nothing there linking us to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. All the reports on Twitter, from what I'm seeing, all the reports on Twitter are linking us to whatchamacallit, Isak. So yeah, I don't think. Bear with me, guys. If you can hear stuff in the background, it's literally me looking at news. I'm trying to keep us up to date. I could actually potentially look on the computer, but that's too much effort. And as an Arsenal fan, I don't feel like putting in the effort, to be quite honest with you. Arsenal ain't putting in the effort. But yeah, all the links are linking us with Isak. So yeah, it's mad. Absolutely mad. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on, guys, with this club at the moment. It's just a shambles. Let's be honest here. It is an absolute shambles. It's an absolute shambles. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if the camera's good, and let me know if you guys can hear me. Like I said, I've got guests lined up for the evening show. We ain't gonna sign Sweet FA, says Joanne. Yeah, you're right. I actually sort of agree with you, to be fair. But yeah, let me know if everything's good with the visuals and the cameras and audio and stuff. Like I said, I've got guests lined up for the 6 p.m. show. This one, more than likely, is probably just going to be me rambling at you, reading out your comments. But yeah, I sort of agree with you, Joanne. I don't think we'll sign anybody unless something magical happens. And, you know, time's ticking on. Like I say, we're at 1 p.m. Where are we? 1 p.m. So the deadline ends at 11 p.m. So look, I'm not saying this Isak thing couldn't happen, because James Bench reported earlier that when we signed Thomas Partey, once you activate the release clause, it took about 3 hours to complete the deal. So listen, there's still plenty of time to do that. And that's the thing as well. If we activate Isak's release clause, you know, if we activate Isaac's release clause, things could move very quickly. I want to ask you guys, because I don't know an awful lot about Isak, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's the Don, or I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's crap when I don't know an awful lot about him. All I know is that he's scored 4 goals this season and his stats don't look great. But if anybody wants to enlighten me on Isak, feel free, because I don't know an awful lot about him to form an opinion. I'm not against the signing. I'm not for the signing, but based on his stats, it don't look great, does it? Let's be honest. Every year it gets worse, says Joanne, the January transfer window. It does. It absolutely does. It's mad. It's total crazy. The January transfer window is garbage, especially if you're Arsenal, because we just have no ambition. And you know the thing that really annoys me? The thing that really gets on my wick is that we're 2 points off 4th place, despite the fact that we've had a shit January, despite the fact that we've only scored 1 goal, despite the fact that we're out of 2 cups. We have got ourselves into a good position. And yet I felt at the beginning of January that if we'd had added a couple of additions, we might be well in the mix for top 4. We might not get it. I'm not saying it's a guarantee that we're going to get it, but we're in the mix. Nobody can sit here and say that we're not in the mix. We are. And we've got 2 games in hand, and they're winnable games. Tottenham and Wolves. Not saying it's going to be easy, but they're winnable games. With the right additions, we could get there. But I don't know what's going on with Arsenal right now. Honestly, I really don't. It's just mad. It'll be announced Jack Wilshere's signing. Do you know what? I wouldn't put it past this club. And I love Jack Wilshere, but is he what we need? Is he what we want? I'm not so sure. I'm really not so sure. Honestly, I'm not. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I really don't. It's just mad. Absolutely mad. I don't know what's going on. But it's crazy. It's honestly, guys, it is just so crazy, like what's going on here at the football club. Listen, there's 8 of you watching live. Big up to yourselves. Like, honestly, seriously. Like I said, there's not really an awful lot going on, so this stream might be a bit boring. But if any of you have any news, obviously it's hard to check Twitter and stream at the same time. But if any of you keep checking, and if any breaking news, pop it in here, and I'll have a look and we'll talk about it. And if you want to, if anybody wants to come on and vent, they're more than welcome to, because that's pretty much what I'm doing. Like I said, I have got guests lined up for the 6 to 9 show. For those that are joining late, I am going to about 4 p.m. And then once this is over, once 4 p.m. hits, I'm going to take a 2-hour break, and then I'll be back at 6 p.m. But yeah, it's mad. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this club, but we definitely need to get some sign-ins in. We definitely need a striker, and we need a midfielder. Now, for me, an ideal window, and this is not going to happen, an ideal window is that we get Basuma and Isaac. If we could get Basuma and Isaac, I'd be relatively happy with that. But it's not going to happen, is it? It's mad. Big up Jason as well. He said, I think the links to Morata are interesting as a stopgap. Would that be acceptable as a last gas signing? I'm not so sure on Morata. I've got to be brutally honest. I'm really not sure on Morata. And the only reason I say this, and yeah, he's played for some of the top clubs in European football, but I actually just don't think he's that great. I watched him for Chelsea, and I'm not going to lie, he was absolute pony for Chelsea. He was absolutely pony. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure on Morata. Look, if we end up with Morata, then so be it. For me, if we end up with Morata, and people ask me, will it have been a good window? Not for me. I think if we get Morata to me is just like a stopgap, and we don't need to be buying stopgaps. We need, like, I would all but go. I would go for the Isak. I would go for Isak, and the reason why I go for Isak is Arsenal have admired this player. They've admired him for long. Teams like Man City are scouting Isak as well. So if you want him, just pay the bloody release clause. Pay the release clause. If it don't work out, it don't work out. That's a risk you take. That's a risk you take with any transfers. But I would just pay the release clause. I know it's a lot of money, but if we don't pay it, then somebody else could go in there and snap him up. And by all accounts, Isak's got great potential. He's got massive potential. So I'd rather take a risk on Isak than take a risk on Morata, because Morata is just a stopgap, whereas Isak would be more of a long-term solution. And I've seen reports as well that we possibly could be shipping out Pepe as well. So that's another player off the books. Honestly, it's mad. This January window is just mad. Absolutely mad. I love Jack Wilshere, but we haven't got enough bubble wrap to put around him to protect him through injury. Yeah, Joanne, I agree with you. I'm sort of with you when it comes to Jack Wilshere. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we've got enough. I think it's a risk. I don't think we need to be signing players like Jack Wilshere. Let's be honest. Joanne says, "Do we actually have scouts at Arsenal?" From what I've been told, and my understanding is that all the scouts at Arsenal, Edu let go because apparently he wanted to slimline the hierarchy. So yeah, I think we got rid of a lot of our scouts. Don't quote me on that, but that's just things that I've been told. You know, when I talk to guys like Charles Watson and other people, and people have reported it, and we've seen Charles Watts talk about it briefly on his channel. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think Arsenal got rid of all. I don't think they got rid of all the scouts, but I think we got rid of an awful lot of them. And I think that's, yeah, I think we got rid of a lot of them, to be honest. Listen, do hit the like button, do subscribe if you are new to the channel, and do share the content around. Like I said, I'm going to be here till 4 p.m. Then I'm going to be back at 6 p.m. with another stream, hopefully to get guests on. And then also at 9 p.m., I'm going to wrap up about 9 p.m., but I'm going to be doing the rounds on other people's channels. So I'll be going on to Lead Judges TV, and then anybody else's. I think I've got a couple of others that I might be going on, not confirmed yet, but yeah. So I'm looking at wrapping up around about 9 p.m. Let's have a look at Twitter. Let's see what's going on. Let's have a look here. To be fair, if there's any new breaking news, apologies if you can hear my speech in the background. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. Let's have a look, see if there is any breaking news. Bear with me. I will get back to the comments. Let's have a look here. So Fabrizio's reported that Morata is staying at Juventus. So obviously we ain't getting him, which makes me happy. Another breaking story that AFTV have reported. Now, whether this is true or not, apparently Ousmane Dembele has been offered the chance as part of the Aubameyang deal. Would you take Dembele? I'm not so sure, Dembele. I'm not so sure about Dembele. That's mad. Yeah, that's mad. I would take, I don't know. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Not an awful lot going on, to be honest. Let's. Yeah, so the latest at the moment is Dembele. Would you guys take Dembele? I'm not so sure, to be honest. I mean, he's a great player, but he's got He's got problems, hasn't he? He's got massive problems. Would you guys take Dembele? Listen, there's 11 of you watching. Put in the chat, would you take Dembele as part of the Aubameyang deal? Let's have a look here. What have we got in the comments? Jason says, hang on. Let's have a look here. Right, where were we? King Tony says Isaac's got potential, which the fraud will ruin as soon as he gets here. Yeah, I don't know an awful lot about Isak, to be honest. I really don't. And I would take Isak. I would take him. I'd take a punt on him. He's a young and up and coming player, highly rated, and I think maybe I would take him. Has there any been progress on Aubameyang to Barker? Is that practically a done deal? Yeah, it is, mate, to be honest. So from what I've been reading and from what all the reports are suggesting, and Charles Watts reported it as well, along with Fabrizio, that Aubameyang's in Barcelona. So that is pretty much done and dusted, the Aubameyang thing. So yeah, Aubameyang is pretty much done and dusted. So I think we can safely say that Aubameyang is left the club on loan. It's only a loan deal, but like I said, the latest now is that apparently Arsenal have offered, Barcelona, have offered Ousmane Dembele as part of that deal, because they want to get Dembele out. So yeah, would you guys take Dembele? C scouts would be better than Arsenal's. Joker, King Tony. Another problem, not enough scouts, but maybe just have a look at them. They're not doing their job properly, says Joanne. Yeah, I think we definitely need scouts. Big up, Chris. He said Dembele is worth checking out on loan. I would take him on. He's a decent player, Dembele. I don't know whether he's a big of all that goal scorer though. I don't know if he'd get us a lot of goals. Yeah, that's mad. I'm not so. Look, he's a great player. He's a fantastic player. I don't even know how old he is. He's something like 28, 27. Is he old? Or is he still fairly young? I don't know how much. I would definitely. Would I take him up? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of mixed about that, you know. Part of me, there's part of me that would take Dembele, and then there's part of me that wouldn't. Almost forgetting Matt Phillips on loan from Liverpool. As long as it's only a loan, it will be better than keeping Auburn, not using him. Yeah, I'm sort of with you, Jason. If it's a loan, I would take it. If it's a permanent deal, maybe not. I don't even know his age, Dembele's, to be honest. I would have taken him when he was back at Dortmund and all that. I would have taken him then, but it's not worked out him at Barca. Listen, there's no shame in it not working out at Barca, but also as well with Dembele, he's a bit like Aubameyang. I've seen reports that his discipline is not great. So are we just fixing the problem with Aubameyang and replacing him with another problem? I mean, like, I know when you're a decent player, you get, you know, every top player's got an ego. At Target, having medical at Newcastle. Newcastle have done some good business, to be fair. Dembele, another panic buy for me. I don't actually think it's happening, though. I think Barcelona, as part of the Aubameyang deal, have just offered Dembele. So I'm not entirely sure whether this is happening or not. We got Matt. He said, "Hi Daniel, how you doing? How you feeling about our chances to bring in somebody? Not confident, to be honest." Yeah, I'm like you, Matt. I'm not really confident. I'm not confident like you, mate. I think it's just been a disastrous window. to be honest. It's been an absolute shambles. And that's the thing. We're panic buying now. We've gone into the realms of panic buying. And that's worrying, absolutely worrying. Afternoon, Omar. He said, afternoon, Dan, I'm late as per. Mate, you could be late to your own funeral, to be fair. Not that you should be thinking about your funeral at your age. Just a figure of speech. So yeah, do smash the like button. Would really appreciate that. Smash the like button. Like I said, I'm here till 4 p.m. If anyone wants to come on and vent, then they're more than welcome to. Like I said, if anybody wants to come on, like I said, I've got no guests till 4 p.m. But it is an open house. And then 6 p.m. I'm going to be doing another stream from 6 till 9. So I'll be back. I've got a few guests. I've got lead judges possibly coming on, Sophie. And then I'm just waiting to hear back from some other guests to see whether they can make it. Let's have a look here. Newcastle have an improved bid accepted for Hugo Ekitike. Yeah, Newcastle have done some good business. Newcastle have done some really good business, if I'm being honest. But Arsenal, our team, have not done any business. We've just done fuck all, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? If anybody browses Twitter and sees anything that I miss, because like I said, it's hard to browse Twitter. I'm doing it all on my phone at the moment, rather than trying to share the screen and just browse, which would probably be unprofessional of me. But yeah, if anybody's sharing, seeing Twitter and anything breaks, let me know and I'll pop it down here. But that's partly why I'm taking a 2-hour break at 4 p.m. so I can look at any news. But I'm going to keep looking periodically throughout the stream to see if there's any breaking news. But so far, it's all pretty quiet on the Western Front, ain't it, when it comes to transfers? So yeah, it's mad. Let's have a look. King Tony says Rangers leading the race to sign Aaron Ramsey. I didn't want Ramsey back at Arsenal. I know a lot of people would take him, but I was just like, no, we don't need to be going back. And I feel the same with Jack Wilshere as well. We don't need to be going back. We need to be going forward. But yeah, the links to Dembele is a very interesting one, especially he's out of favour at Barca. I think Barca are just trying to get rid of him, to be honest. They've offered him to PSG as well, but PSG have pretty much pulled themselves out of the race to sign him. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And the other thing is, would Dembele come to Arsenal? Like, would he leave Barcelona and come to Arsenal? Listen, he probably would as well, because he's not signing a new deal. So I think Barcelona just want to get rid of him. Morata's decided to stay at Juventus, says Omar. Yeah, I read that, Omar. So yeah, I reported that. Fabrizio tweeted that out a couple of minutes ago. I think he tweeted it about 10 to 15 minutes ago. Might even been before. Burnley have signed who? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name because A, I'm going to butcher it, and B, it's probably going to sound something different to how it's pronounced. Oh dear. But it's madness. It's madness how we've not signed anybody. It's madness how we've left it all to deadline day to get any business done. It's mad. We had spent the whole month chasing Dusan Vlahovic. We've spent the whole month chasing him, and yet it seems like the club doesn't have a backup plan. You know, it's mad. 16 of you in live chat. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, would really appreciate it. Yeah, smash the like button and the subscribe button. But yeah, it's mad. It's total crazy. It's absolutely mad how we've just chased one player for the whole of January. And I was never convinced about Vlahovic. I was hopeful. That we'd pull off a deal. But I was never fully convinced that Dusan Vlahovic was going to come to Arsenal, because he always wanted the Juventus, and Juventus just came out of nowhere, didn't they? You know what I mean? And yeah, he's gone there. So yeah, I was never convinced, and it goes back to what I've been saying, guys, that Arsenal don't have a plan B. You know, we have a plan A, and when plan A fails, everything goes to shit. And it's a bit like that with our first 11. Our first 11 are great. We can get by. Yeah, we all know we need more additions to our first 11. But the moment you start going into that second 11, then we end up being in the realms of shit. And I'm glad that all these players have gone. You know, I'm glad that we've managed to get rid of some of the deadwood. But you can't get rid of the deadwood and not replace it with quality. You need to replace it. Because right now, I think we've got 17 players. So if we get injuries, then we're screwed. Our squad is threadbare. We need more additions. It's mad. Absolutely mad. Big up to Tiger and Gooner. He says, what happened to Calvert-Lewin interest? I'm not sure. I think there's nothing been really concrete when it comes to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There's nothing that's been really, really concrete. All what I'm seeing over Twitter, that I've seen reports there, and I've seen Dominic Calvert-Lewin names mentioned, but there's nothing really concrete. I think it's more. I think it's more feasible with the Isak deal. I think Isak is probably above Calvert-Lewin in the list of targets. And I think if we get anybody big, it's going to be Isak. And it's going to be a question of whether Arsenal decide to pay that release clause. That's what it's going to come down to with Isak. It's going to come down to whether Arsenal want to pay that release clause. And then once we've paid that release clause, because you know, release clauses in La Liga, they work differently. So I think, you know, when we paid Thomas Partey's release clause, we paid it to La Liga, and then they went to Atletico Madrid and said Arsenal paid the release clause, and then from then it's pretty much simple deal. And by all accounts, from what I'm hearing, is that if Isak's release clause is met, then it's not going to be a problem, because he would be open to joining Arsenal. But I just think it comes down to whether Arsenal want to pay that release clause. And it comes down to whether Stan Kroenke wants to pay that release clause. So I think that's what's holding up the deal. I mean, if I was Arsenal, I'd just pay the bloody release clause. I know it's a lot of money, but I'd feel more comfortable with that than trying to get somebody in who is not in a long-term plan. When you speak to people like Fabrizio, when you speak to people that are really close to the club, apparently they love Isak. Apparently they love him as much as they love Vlahovic. But yeah, if they loved him so much, then just pay the damn release clause. What's the hold up? But listen, this is Arsenal Football Club we're talking about. It's mad. Dominic Calvert-Lewin won't happen till the summer. Never going to happen in January while he's currently injured. Yeah, I don't think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a possible option right now. And I also don't think that Everton would let him go. I mean, they've just appointed Frank Lampard as their new manager, so they're not going to let their best player, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is their best player. They're not going to let him go to a Premier League rival when they're trying to fight to, to get their season back on track. I think Everton fans would lose their absolute shit if they let him go. Big up Static as well. Hope you're well, mate. Tony says Van der Beek having medical at Everton. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's a good deal for Everton. I think Van der Beek's a decent player. Didn't quite work out for him at United. I think it's only a loan though, isn't it? I think he's only going on loan to Everton. Static says Morata's not coming. Daniel, what's next? No striker, I think so. Yeah, I'm sort of getting to that point, mate. To be honest, I think we're going to be left disappointed, which is nothing unusual. Being an Arsenal fan, we're always left disappointed. And what makes it worse as well, when you see the owners, like when you see Stan Kroenke at the Rams game, he was at the Rams game. He's hardly ever been to an Arsenal game. Do you know what I mean? I think he went to the FA Cup final. Did he go to the Europa final? I'm not sure. I know Josh was at FA Cup final and at the Europa final, but yeah, he's never been Stan Kroenke to many Arsenal games. And when you see him lording it up at the Rams, hey, listen, like if you can talk about your Rams team, if you can talk about the Rams and give interviews about the Rams, why can't you fucking come over and give interviews about Arsenal? Why can't you come and talk? Why can't you face up? Instead of sending your son to do it. And this is the thing with me. And this is why, for me, Stan Kroenke not talking or doing anything is a big problem. And when you hear Josh going, but when you hear him from me, you hear him from my father. You know what, mate? You can stick that bullshit answer up your ass. Because when you see Stan Kroenke giving interviews in America about his American franchises, then surely you can do that about Arsenal. It's not about a question of being able to do it. It's a question of being asked to do it. And if you can't be asked to do it, then fuck off out this club, because I'm fed up of hearing your bullshit answers, mate, about, when you hear from me, you hear from my father and all this bollocks. It's bollocks, isn't it? It's total bollocks. It's lip service. That's all it is. It's absolutely lip service. Matt says, Almunia, stay away from our keepers. Do you know what, right? I saw that as well. He was talking to Ramsdale and Leno. Do you know the only thing I remember about Almunia is when he saved 2 penalties in that penalty shootout in the FA Cup 2005 when we got what was it? We beat Man United at Cardiff, but we played Sheffield at Bramall Lane, and it went to penalties. And Almunia saved 2 of the penalties. That's the only thing I remember about Almunia. Other than that, his time at Arsenal was shit. Let's have a look here. Tiger and Guna says, do you think Stan will put money into Arsenal if his beloved Rams win the NFL? It's too late then, isn't it? It's too late. Obviously, the Rams are in the Super Bowl. You know what? I hope the Rams get fucking smashed. I hope they get smashed and Stan Kroenke feels our pain, because he cares more about fucking the Rams than he does Arsenal. Well, he cares more about the Rams, not fucking the Rams. Well, I don't know. He's probably that way inclined. But yeah, he cares more about the Rams than he does Arsenal. King Tony says United might need someone to replace Mason Green. Do you know what? Right? Yeah. I don't really want to talk about the situation, but I've seen the video as well that was going around on social media, and all I want to say is this: it looked a bit horrific. That's all I'm going to say. Listen, not defending him in any way, shape, or form, but there's yeah. I mean, if you've seen the video, you know how horrific that was. Like that yeah, he's in a spot of bother, and I ain't gonna sit here and defend him. For me, that's open and shut. Only Josh was at the Europa final. That's what I'm saying. Stan can go to the Rams games. Why can't he go to Arsenal games? Why can't he go to Arsenal games? Honestly, I don't want to hear this about, and I will be raising this as well. I am going to be asking that question. If you can go to the Rams, why can't you come and watch Arsenal? You know, honestly, why can't you? Why can't you come and watch Arsenal? It's about that time, guys. Let's have another check of Twitter while you're putting in the comments. Do share the stream. Do hit the like button. And do hit the subscribe button. Would really, really appreciate that. Right, let's have a look, see what's going on, if there's any new. You know, Twitter's the place to look, ain't it, really? Let's be honest. Because, yeah, Sky Sports is mad. It's absolutely mad. Let's have a look here. All right, let's have a look, see what's going on. Let me refresh this here. Apologies if you can hear my speech. It's literally, I am just browsing. Let's have a look here. So, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So the latest now, and I've only browsed a couple of tweets. So apparently, Aubameyang has travelled to Barcelona without the club's permission, and apparently apparently no one from the club was there to meet him. Apparently the deal's some way off being agreed, but Aubameyang travelled to Barcelona off his own back. So yeah, that's the latest. So yeah, Aubameyang has. Seems like Aubameyang's doing another Odom Wingy. Apparently, Aubameyang's doing another Odom Wingy. So yeah, apologies I went quiet there, guys. I was browsing to see if there's any news. But yeah, that's the latest that people are reporting now, that Aubameyang has gone to Barcelona off his own back, and there's nothing. You know, the club have not been there. Whether that's true or not, Neil D'Souza says KSC out, sell Edu, sell Arteta. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Everything right. KFC out, Arteta out, and Edu out. Matt says, how do we get involved in the show? I'll send you the link. I'll DM you the link on Twitter and you can join. Anybody else wants to come in? If anybody else wants to come in, let me know and I will pin the StreamYard link at the top of this show. I have major breaking news, says Omar. Arsenal announced Dusan Vlahovic on a 4-year deal. You're a joker, mate. You're a joker, mate. Honestly, if only that were real. If that were real, oh, mate, honestly. This has Odom Wingy vibes all over it if it's true from Abaya. Exactly, it does. King Tony says Pierre Emerick Odom Wingy. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But yeah, if anybody wants to come on, let me know and I'll pin the link. Actually, what I'll do is I'll pin it. What are we on? We're on 14 people watching. If anyone wants to come on, I'll pin the link at the top of the broadcast. If anybody wants to come on, only one at a time though. Like I'm only taking one at a time. Bear with me 1 second while I get this. Let's have a look here. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for the link. That helps if I actually. Let's have a look here if I can. Now I've got to remember to pin the link for the right show. Oh dear. As you can tell, I'm not very organized. It's mad, absolutely mad. Right, let's have a look here. 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 Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Bear with me 1 second. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. Right, I've just, bear with me. Right, Matt, if you're in the chat, I've sent you the link on Twitter. If there's more interest, I will pop it in. If there's more interest, I'll pop it in the chat. If there's not interest, I won't put the link out there willy-nilly. But if there's more interest, I'll pop it in the chat. But Matt, I've sent you the link on Twitter if you want to get involved. Yeah, there's currently 12 people watching, so do smash the link. But yeah, it's mad. Honestly, it's total crazy. Absolutely crazy. If Aubameyang's just gone to Barcelona off his own back without the club say so, that's mad. It's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Let's put that there. So let's bring in Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just going to mess with my blinds. I thought it was too bright in here, and I know that's a bit of a bad saying. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's good. It's good, mate. What have you made of the transfer window or lack of signings?
I think everyone's feeling the same. Really frustrated. Wishing that they would do something. There's the old meme with the guy poking a stick at, almost as if to say, "Come on, do something," and that's literally the fans trying to say, come on, we need to do something, and nothing's happening. It's all outgoings. We're losing players left, right, and centre. We've lost another academy player already.
Yeah.
Out on loan. I don't know if you saw that in my comment. Miller.
Yeah. What do you think about all the rumours that's going around? Obviously, there's the links to Isak. Then there's reports that Arsenal could be Barcelona have offered Dembele. Then obviously, these reports about Aubameyang just turning up in Barcelona. What do you make of all that?
It just sounds like a normal deadline day to me when it comes to Arsenal. I think I don't remember if it was around that sort of time with AFTV where we had a few deadline days, and every single time we were signing people on the last day. That worst one was that 2012-2013 season when we brought in 5 on the last day. And it was kind of horrible because they should have been in place, but they didn't get there. And it has the same sort of vibes about it. We've got it's nearly 2:00 now, so I think we've got a little while longer to look at it, but I'm hoping that we do something because with everything going on, we're going to have rumours left, right, and centre. So things can happen out of the blue. If Dembele was one that we were going to look at, I think it was one we were going to look at no matter what. It doesn't matter what you think of him. He's been a young player at Barcelona. He's been on a lot of high wages. He's been actually, it's almost like the other situation. You can bring him in and sort of rebuild him to what you want, like they've done with Odegaard. Isak, I saw a lot of it, a bit of him at the Euros, and thought he was a good player. But it's again, they're wasting time with the release clauses, which is silly. If you're willing to do the release clause, put in the release clause and go, there we go, we've done the release clause. It's just you're haggling over time. We haven't got enough time to do this. We should be looking at strikers and midfielders, and in the end, we're only going to. It looks like if it's going to happen, it's going to be one or the other, not both.
Yeah. Do you think if Arsenal paid the release clause for Isak, do you think that would be good business? Because I've not seen an awful lot of Isak, so I'm not entirely sure whether it's going to be good business or not. So I've always said all along, like from all what I've been reading, his stats this season don't look great, but last season his stats were amazing, and then he had a good Euros, a decent Euros. Do you think it'll be good money spent, or do you think it'd just be a little bit of a gamble?
Well, to be honest, I think it is a bit of a gamble, no matter how you look at it. He's quite young, he's tall, he's fast, and he'll be able to get in the box and do the things that Lacazette can't do. We know Lacazette's too slow. He likes to be in the build-up, but he can't get in the box to finish, to save his life. Unless he's shooting from outside the box, like he did against Tottenham a couple of years ago. But if we were to do this, I think we would have to play to his strengths and not to our strengths. But then again, because we've got some good players around him, with Odegaard knows him quite well. You've got some of the other youngsters as well. I think that could be a good partnership all round.
Yeah. I guess with Isak, it's a bit of a gamble. I mean, when we were linked to Vlahovic, it was there was more outlay because you looked at it and thought, well, okay, he's a goal scorer, he's got more goals to. But I look at Isak, and I was looking at him last season, not this season.
Yeah.
But I was looking at him last season, and his link-up play with Odegaard, they seem to have had a very good understanding.
Yeah.
They seem to have had they seem to have had a very good understanding. They seem to have, watching them play together, they seem to bring out the best in each other.
Yeah, I think as well, considering that Odegaard was on loan for Sociedad for about 2 years from Real Madrid, that kind of helped. He knew what he was doing throughout his time there. So that might be a good pull for him to be linking up with a former player that he knows quite well. He can have some understanding. I don't think we've got any Swedish players at the club anymore, or any in the youth academy, so that will have some sort of pull. And if Freddie was here, he would have been the main man to be putting this deal over the line. But I don't know if that's going to happen. It's just it would be a huge risk if this happens. But I don't know what Arteta wants. What is he wanting in the striker? What would you like to see in a striker? Just out of curiosity, considering that there's a chance that we're going to have 3 strikers that we're going to need to go and get in the summer if we don't have any signings today.
So me as a striker, for me, what I want in a striker is I want somebody that's a goal scorer. I want somebody that can carry the ball and is a good ball carrier. I want someone that is strong. I want somebody that is powerful. I don't want somebody else like Eddie, who's too lightweight, easily bullied. And then also I want somebody that can get on the end of crosses. Because we put an awful lot of crosses into the box.
Yeah,
and we don't have anybody getting on the end of them.
So I'm just going to check to see how tall he is. Isaac height.
Yeah.
1.9 meters. Can't do 1.9 meters. I think it's roughly about. He's over 6 foot. It'll be about 6'2", something like that.
Yeah, so a good player to have, a good tall striker. I think the thing that worries me with Isak, and I know he's only young, but the thing that worries me is his lack of goal scoring ability, or especially this season. Now, is that because he's not getting the service at Real Sociedad? I've not seen an awful lot of Real Sociedad, to be honest, this season.
Sorry, Dan, to interrupt. No. I'm just going down the cafe for some dinner.
Okay.
I think Isak would probably thrive.
Bear with me 1 second, Matt. Matt, talk to the audience for a sec. Talk to the audience for a second. Well, I just got a mute for just 2 seconds.
Let's see what's being said. So, Ramsey looks like he's joining Rangers on loan with Juve, paying his full 400k. He's meant to be on his way to Glasgow. Just on that, that's from Grant. I've heard that he is actually sitting in an airport at the moment. He's got 3 clubs to choose from. Obviously, one of them is Rangers, and he's got 2 other clubs that he can choose from, and he's got to make a choice. Let's see. King Tony. That's how much Orba hates the fraud. He's just doing Odemwingie vibes. To be honest, I agree with that. It does sound like he does want what he wants away from the club now. Let's see what else.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back now. Yeah, it's interesting to see what's happening. It's interesting to see what's happening. From what I gather, there's no more breaking news. There's nothing on Twitter yet. It's still pretty much these reports. Yeah, it's see, the thing is, I've seen a thing from James Bench as well earlier saying if we were to activate Isaac's release clause, it could probably be tied up within a matter of maybe 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with the Thomas Partey deal. But it's just whether Arsenal want to pay that release clause.
Well, what I'd like to see happen is if they're not going to do anything, or if they're going to sign someone, maybe pay more attention towards either someone that can play up front or in midfield. Ideally, we've got Xhaka's out for 2 games, isn't he? Because he's missed 1 so far. Partey's back. So then you've only got not many centre midfielders at the moment. And we're going to be relying on you. But it's hard to pick which one to focus on. But I think if we had to have a choice, Tiger and Gunas put it up there. That's why I'd love to have Calvert-Lewin, hopefully in the summer. I think Calvert-Lewin would be one that I would focus on in the summer.
The problem is if we wait, the problem is if we wait. James Bench is reporting now about Aubameyang, Barcelona not expecting him to show up. It is a bit like the Odin Wingy situation. That the thing that worries me about the striker position is that if we wait, we're in a good position right now to get top 4, despite the bad month, despite the poor month. We're 2 points off. I think we're 3 points off top 4. No, I think we're 2 points off top 4 actually.
Just have a quick look for you.
With 2 games in hand, and is it for me? I would take a gamble on a striker now, because then we might be able to get that. Because I do think if we get top 4, we can massively improve this squad.
Yeah, and this is the problem: is that surely the owners should be turning around, going, right, okay, we're here. We haven't got any strikers. We haven't got this, that, or the other. What do you need? Pretty much what Newcastle have done. They've gone out today and they've brought more players in, although they're going to have a huge squad to deal with. But it's going to be a huge plus for them because they're going to have to up their game. And it means that others around them now are going to be sort of in an R. But then again, it could be the QPR effect where they had no work together, no communication. It just all broke down and they just ended up getting relegated because of it.
Oh yeah, Man City have signed some kid from River Plate.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what would be a good shout. Gabrielle Barbosa, he was talked about in the joining someone earlier this window, but nothing was mentioned about it. But he does want to come back to Europe. It would be. He's 24 as well, so he sort of fits the profile. He did have a stint at Inter, but it didn't go very well. Went back to Flemmies, who's now at, and he's done really well. So it would be probably worth it maybe to look into a player like him who would be more willing to come to the league. But we could probably name strikers all day.
Yeah, it's mad. King Tony says Adebayor coming back to Arsenal. That ain't happening.
Oh God.
But yeah, I wouldn't want Adebayor. It's mad. It's total crazy. It's mad.
It does seem a bit. Sorry, go on, Dan.
It's mad. No, I was going to say it's mad. It's mad how we're now at 2 p.m. and yet nothing concrete is coming out.
I think this is the worst bit: is that we're waiting for something to happen and we don't know what it could be. We could end up having a last-minute deal for Jack Wilshere to come back, and whether we like it or not, it's gonna have a huge impact on us. And then if we don't get anyone in the front line, we could end up. Well, we could just do I'm sure there's a load of free transfers out there that someone's probably going to go, right, okay, just have him and he'll do a job for the rest of the season. But it shouldn't be that way. We should have had these ideally together within what we probably should have identified in December, early December, and then gone, right, this is where we need to strengthen. We know what the situation is. We knew AFCON was coming as well. That's been the huge impact. Are you on mute again?
Sorry, mate. I had to mute. My dog was bloody being a pain.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. You mentioned about AFCON. We've known about AFCON for ages, and we've not done anything. It's mad. It's just, honestly, it's crazy. It's just mad. We've known about AFCON for absolutely ages. Yeah, and it's just crazy. It's mad that we've just let this go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've let this situation happen. And I think why fans are more disappointed, and certainly from my perspective, is normally we're disappointed because it's just part of the course of being an Arsenal fan. But this season we've got a real opportunity to get into the top 4. And if we play our cards right, we can get top 4. And we've never been, to finish 8th 2 seasons in a row, and then to be 2 points off top 4 with half the season still to go. We've got a massive opportunity. And that's why I think I'm disappointed. For me now, an ideal end to this window would be get Basuma in and get Isaac in, and I'll be relatively happy with that as a January window.
Yeah.
It's going to cost an awful lot of money, but I would. Basuma and Isaac, if we could get them 2 in, get to the end of the season, and then get Champions League football, and then if we need any more quality additions, which we will do, because Lacazette will go, Eddie will go, then we can just start replacing them with real quality.
Yeah. That's another thing as well. Brighton are open to offers for Basuma at the moment, and no one's come in and said anything. And you would have thought, if you're looking for the Champions League or a Europa League spot, or trying to get into that top 10, you would probably snap him up quite easily. I mean, I was very surprised that it didn't happen, that we went to Brighton and we went and got Ben White instead. I was thinking, when we were mentioning Vlahovic as well a bit earlier, what I was going to mention was that
So, breaking news, so Sky Sports, apparently King Tony's putting there, they're talking about Auba, but not mentioned about him being there unofficially. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's just somebody just leaking it, and it's mad. It's mad.
This is the thing. Rumors get made up all the time. What's the newest one we get? Let's see. Is it? I think it's this Red Canary, something like that. A little birdie tells me this, that, and the other.
Arsenal are someone's reported here, Arsenal are working on a deal to sign Dembele, but it's somebody called Joe. It's not a credible source, so I won't read anything into this, to be honest.
Yeah. So about Vlahovic, what I was going to say is that someone that I know has put up his goal tally over against the best sides in Syria, and he's only scored a couple of times against the big boys. So that's kind of a bit of a worry if you got, and he's also a penalty merchant as well.
Yeah, it's mad.
Signals Arteta and Adu are way over their heads. They had 9 months to sign a defensive midfielder and failed. Vlahovic comp used them to put pressure on. Yeah, well, I think that's Steve. if I'm honest, we had a defensive midfielder, but Arteta didn't use him. Instead, he loaned him out to Fiorentina. It hasn't happened for him, and now he's looking to get out of the club, and it's a real shame because he was such a good player. But we've had managers ruin players. It happens. I think back to players like Andre Arshavin, Lucas Podolski. Some players, you get the injuries and things like that, and it happens. But it's just frustrating to be in this situation again and again and again. I can't even remember how long it's been since we've had a deadline day where we don't need to do anything.
Oh, it's mad, mate. It's mad. Sorry, I was just going a bit quiet there because I was looking at news. I'm trying to look for news and stream at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's like really hard because it's not just going to be you that's going to be on it. There's going to be so many people on later on tonight who are going to want to have to say. If anyone wants to come on, let me know and I'll jump off.
Yeah. If anybody else wants to come on, it's like I said, I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm here at 6 till 9 as well. Got a few guests lined up for that already. But yeah, here and then I'm doing the rounds on other channels from 9 p.m. onwards. But yeah, it's mad. I just hope we don't sit here and it's all for nothing. I hope we do sign somebody.
Yeah, I think that's all that we can do is sit and wait. But then sitting and waiting is not doing anything. We're not.
Yeah.
Hoping. I think I could just see it now where there would be a plan protest.
Big up Steve, the Arsenal misfit.
Yeah, I could see a plan protest. Just what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Why are you focusing on your Super Bowl team instead of us? We've got a better. We need all the help we can get, and you're not helping us. I think what will make it worse is I don't know if you follow the women's as much as I do, Daniel.
Get Potter in as manager. That's mad. I would take Graham Potter as Arsenal manager. I know a lot of people don't rate him, but I would take him. Yeah, I would take him. I would absolutely take him. It's mad. But yeah, listen, guys, do smash the like button. And do hit the subscribe button as well. And do share the content as well. Would really appreciate that. There's currently 13 of you in the chat. So yeah, do smash that like button. We're on the road to 2,000. We're on the road to actually 3,000, but yeah, 3,000. Like I said, I've set myself a challenge, and it's to get 5K by the end of the season. It's a big challenge. It might not happen, but that's the challenge I've set myself. So yeah, do share the content. But yeah, just imagine the meltdown if we don't sign anybody.
Yeah, I just think there's going to be so many protests about it. There's going to be fan outrage. It's not just that. It's going to be on here. It's going to be everywhere. I can see it now. The fact that the Arsenal women have signed 3 players this month, and most of them have been free transfers as well, does not help the men's situation because you're just sitting there wondering what's going on, and the women signed 3 players in 1 week. I just don't understand why can't you put these deals on the table and say, here's a bunch of money. If you don't want it, leave. But I don't think we'll ever know what goes on between the transfer negotiations.
Another thing that worries me as well. Like, why aren't people are only protesting now because of the blooming lack of transfers, but this should be frequent. Even when there's nothing going on, we should be protesting all throughout the season, not just when things go wrong.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Joanne. I hope the process is better than the last one. I think that if we are to protest, we need to do it better than we have done. I think it was the one that you were at, wasn't it? Where you and Scott were talking. There was a few kids around. Was that the Brighton game? Last game of the season. It was just it's limited numbers, and you need to get people out there, and then it seems like it hasn't happened. I'm probably guilty of this the most, like most other people. I can't get to the games. I live basically in Liverpool. It's hard for me to get to the games, so I have to do everything I can protest-wise through online. I can't go to the games because it costs me an arm and a leg to get there. Plus, the ticket is also another arm and a leg. I feel let down by this club, and
I feel let down.
I think
I go week in, week out, and I know it's not easy for everybody everybody's different, but I go week in, week out. I spend so much money on travel and hotels and food and drink, and it's not just spending money on the tickets. The tickets is not a problem, but you spend so much money going, and then the club just let you down.
And when this is your next meeting in March, did you say?
Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's 8th of February.
Oh, February. Right, okay. Well, I think a lot of non-PG words will be coming out of everyone's mouth if this was to be how it is. If I'm honest, this is how it's going to go. We're going to we'll back them for 90 minutes, but then we'll process before and after the games, and that's how it's going to go for a couple of weeks, or it'll be all forgotten. How would it cost you, Daniel, for one game?
So the latest now, and this is not true, this is just what I'm seeing on Twitter, is that apparently Dembele is rejecting a move to Arsenal. What a surprise! If that is true, what a surprise.
To be fair, we've had plenty of Barcelona rejects before, and they've turned out well.
But apparently he's rejecting. So yeah, looks like Dembele is not happening. It's mad.
It's not what you want.
Absolutely mad, mate. I don't know what's going on.
Is anyone
I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point, Gary. I can't believe we have a chance at 4th and we have weakened the squad. That's a good point. Like, why are we weakening this? I understand like weakening the squad, but we're not adding to it, so it makes no sense. That Callum Chambers deal went through without anyone even noticing it. Even your now best friend Charles Watts was saying it went under the radar. So it just found it really weird that these things are happening and nothing's coming in. It's really strange.
Tiger and Guna says, how much would it cost you for the one game? So for me to go to, so I'm a season ticket holder. So the average home trip usually costs me about 100 quid. So the 100 quid is basically travel, food, and that's pretty much every game really. So I'd say on average, I probably spend about $3,000 a month on Arsenal. And that's it's mad. It's absolutely mad. And then obviously when you factor in the away games as well, some of them we have to pay for hotels and stuff. So can range anywhere between 45 to 50 quid a month. No, 45 to 50 quid an away game, depending on what hotel you stay in. And then obviously, like I say, it's petrol when one of my friends drives, and then train fares. So like when I went up to Liverpool, the train fare was like 90 odd quid return. So
it's horrible.
And then you factor in the hotel food and drink, and comes to sometimes I spend 200 quid. So yeah, it's not so cheap. Look at this guy. Are you serious, mate, or are you trolling? Sean says, "Look at how well we're doing. We're doing a great job. Let's have some gratitude for how things are going." You got to be trolling. You've got to be trolling because if let me know if you're still in the chat box. Let me know if that comment is genuine or you're trolling, because you've got to be. You've got to be trolling.
I don't know where we're going to shop for these players, if I'm honest. If Dembele has turned us down, then fair enough. He probably wants to be in the Champions League. He's probably looking for that club. So not going to hold it against him if he's not coming.
Comment of the stream goes to Gary O'Sullivan. I can't believe we have a chance at fourth and we're weakening the squad. Exactly. Do you know what? Absolutely. Comment of the stream goes to you, because that is the best comment, and it's true. We do have a chance at top four and we're weakening the bloody squad. It's mad. Brian says, I don't go to Arsenal now, it's too expensive. Do you know what? It's actually so. Yeah, tickets are expensive. If you're like, for disabled people, I ain't gonna lie. That for disabled people, ticket prices aren't too bad, but it's the travel, and I find with me, it's the expense of traveling that's the more expensive. And then obviously away games, for non-disabled members and disabled members, they're capped at £26 for a ticket. So I don't say that's bad, but when you factor in the travel and that, it does mount up. 22 likes. Come on, guys. Drive that like button and subscribe.
I think the last time I went to the Arsenal game was the Arsenal-Burnley game at the start of the last season. Not
King
last
Tony.
season.
Sorry. King Tony. I for some reason, mate, I've lost you on Twitter. You're there, but I can't. If you DM me, then I'll send it to you, because for some reason I've lost your Twitter handle. I hardly see you pop up on Twitter.
If not, I'm sure I can forward the link. Let's see if I can forward.
Have you got King Tony on Twitter? Have you got?
No, I can. I'm sure I can just like copy. I can copy it. But
yeah.
If I go into I can copy and paste it into the chat. Do it that way if you'd like.
Sean, mate, you're true. Dembele has the character as yourself. Honestly, mate, you gotta be trolling. You gotta be trolling. That's mad.
Hopefully that works now. Fingers crossed.
Don't blame Dembele for turning down Arsenal. No, I'll make you smile. Honestly, it's jokes. Absolute jokes. Tigeron says, thank you, Daniel. Interesting facts. No, absolutely.
See if it's come through. Sorry, I'm just going to check, see if it's come through on.
Apparently, we can still attract top players, according to Arteta. We couldn't even attract a cold. Yeah, we couldn't even attract a cold. Even Burnley have signed a striker, says Gary. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
I can't. It seems to have deleted the comment, so when I put it in there. So I have no idea what's happened.
Yeah, it's mad. The link should pop up. It takes a while on StreamYard to pop up.
I
Oh,
put it in.
I know why. Hold on.
Is it because it's an internal link and?
Yeah. So
right, okay.
yeah, hold on one sec. Let's have a look here. Let me have a look, because it'll probably block it, thinking it's spam. You know what YouTube's like. Yeah, let's. But yeah, do smash.
Yeah, go on.
Do smash the like, guys, and do subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right, let's have a look here. Let's have a look here.
If we could still attract the top players, I don't know who will come. I think our days are numbered that we can attract some of the best talent in the world. Now, Joanne, who would you say is top talent now? That's the other thing. Yeah, it was £100 travelling last time. Going to the Emirates is always really bad. Just for myself, I live in the northwest, so it is cost me I had a quick look just to see. It was going to cost me about 70 quid just to get down to Euston. Luckily, I've got an Oyster card, so you can use that, not a problem. But it's expensive for a day out, especially if all you want to do is just watch the Arsenal team play.
It's mad, absolutely mad. Listen, we've been going for an hour and a half, guys. So yeah, do smash the like button. Currently 14 of you watching, so if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate that. And yeah, the channel keeps growing. Like I say, the aim is to get to 5K by the end of the season.
Back in the days when I went to
don't know what's going on with Arsenal. Nothing's happening. It's all gone a bit quiet. Not a lot's going on, is it? Like, it's not certainly not looking like it's going to be a Thomas Partey. You know, even if they activate Isaac's release clause at 5 p.m., there's still enough time to do the deal.
Yeah.
If they're saying they could get it done in about 3 hours.
But
knowing Arsenal, they'll probably activate the release clause at 1 minute to 11 p.m. You know?
Yeah, it's really mad. I don't understand it. Why are we always leaving it to the last day? We should never be leaving it. I think it was under Emery. He got his players in and out, and we didn't have a deadline day. I think that was the only time that we didn't have a deadline day signing, from what I remember.
It's mad. Nothing's happening. Do you know what I mean? Nothing. I can't believe. Big up, Tony.
He sent you a message on Twitter, so hopefully you can have him on. I'll make my move.
Gary says, just think if Laka gets injured, Eddie's starting.
I don't think Eddie's going to start. I don't
really want to think. I don't really want to think about that, to be honest, because Eddie's starting. I might as well just fucking stay home and binge watch Netflix than go to Arsenal, because with Eddie starting does not fill me with any confidence. And to be honest, Laka doesn't really fill me with that great confidence when it comes to goal scoring, because his goals have dried up. He's great for his link-up play, but he's just, I don't know. It's just mad.
The worst part is when we get a penalty, we can't score it either. So I don't even know if we've still got that penalty. Is it the penalty? No, the set piece specialist coach anymore.
Yeah, it's mad.
Would it be stupid to say go down to the lower leagues, see who's about there? Might be. Yeah, there's a lot of good players in the Championship at the moment as well. Matt Target, there's other players available as well. I mean, Matt Target, he was at Southampton, then he went to Villa, and now he's gone to Newcastle today. So it's not like there's players out there that aren't available or willing to move. Just got to make sure they're the right players.
Look, there's 14 of you in the chat. Do smash the like button. Would really appreciate that. Do share the content. Would really appreciate that as well. And listen, we move on. Nothing's going on. Nothing's happening. It's mad. I don't know what's going on with this club right now. All right, let's have a look here. Yeah, King Tony, I'm just on it now, mate. Gary says, do you think we'll play the release clause? I don't know. Do you think we'll play the release clause?
I think if we do it, it's out of desperation. It's kind of hard. It's a hard one to think, but I think if we're really desperate, it's going to come to that party sort of release clause time. Yeah, that's a good point as well, Joanne. There's been a lot of protests over the past couple of years. If I remember rightly, Charlton Athletics used to throw a load of stuff. And at one point, it was tennis balls. Another time, it was like rubber ducks and things like that. They used to have a proper go at the owners. And I don't know what it is, but in this fan base, it's not continuing. We're not continually protesting at the right time. We're not putting pressure on the board. We're not making sure that everything is being challenged. Okay, yes, we've got the fan-made board. We're still not sure what's going to happen with that, but Dan knows more than me on that. It's just mad. Ollie Watkins has come up a lot of times as well over the past couple of weeks about whether or not he'll go. I think he'll stay. I think he will. I think he'll stay at Villa. But unless like a huge bid of like 35 million comes in for him. I wasn't keen on James Maddison when he came in. If it was between Maddison and Odegaard, I still would have kept Odegaard.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's a good idea, Joanne. Get Gunnosaurus to play up top.
Right, King Tony, I've sent you the link on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with our club right now.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know what's going on.
We need owners like Newcastle have. I wouldn't be against things like that, but what I want is an owner who actually cares and is willing to sit down at the table, come each day of the day before of the transfer window and saying, right, what do you need? How much do you need? Let's try and get this sorted as soon as possible. Steve, Steve, the Arsenal misfit. I'm going to say Steve because I always see you on Scott's channel. It's so disheartening to see the club fail further and further behind with no light at the end of the tunnel. I think that is the best analogy of the club at the moment, is that we keep on expecting that there's going to be light and it's not very, it's just continuously dark. I mean, we've got here and there, we do have patches of light, but apart from that, it's still trying to get to the end of that tunnel and it's not coming.
It's mad. It's total crazy. I don't know what's going on at this club. It's absolutely mad. It's I don't know. It's mad. It's crazy. It's crazy to think as well that we're just in this situation and yeah, Newcastle and West Ham are looking to sign Lingard. See, everyone's moving but us. Like honestly.
What is going on? Are they too busy playing beach football on?
It just makes me more angry. It does, doesn't it? It just makes me so much. I just look at other clubs moving, and I'm just so. It's just mad.
King, if you're in the room, just send a private chat so I can make my way, because I don't want to be taking up time that you can have. Josh cares, trust. Yeah, I think that's very sarcastic there. If Josh cares, then he would be here every week watching the games like that Daniel does, and so many others. I don't know how many people are giving the money
it's
each
just
week.
Mad though, isn't it? It's mad.
It's just, I don't know. I can't even describe it anymore. On the brighter notes, the Rams are in the Super Bowl, so Stan will be happy. Well, if he was really happy with how everything's going, why is he not checking up and saying, "Oh, by the way, I need to check on my other assets here"?
Mad.
God, so I don't like him overrated. I think that's a bit harsh.
Crazy.
I don't see him as overrated. I think he's a good player, but he's got so much promise, and I think a lot of fans probably overhyped him a bit too much there. Yeah, we do need an owner like Leicester who will actually care. All this talk about ownerships we've had over the past couple of months with Daniel Ek and I can't remember the African guy businessman who said he was looking to try and buy the club one day. That's not happened.
Gary says on the plus side, the Rams are in the Super Bowl, so Stan will be happy. I couldn't care less about the Rams, and I couldn't care less about Stan. I hope the Rams get absolutely battered.
Yeah. It'll be so nice for him to actually turn his attention to Arsenal, but he never will.
Joanne says, I've messaged him, Joanne. I'm not entirely sure. It's whoever shows up at what time. I haven't really planned anything. I mean, I've got at the 6 p.m. show, I've got Lee Judges coming on. And then possibly Sophie from the Highbury squad's coming on as well. And then I messaged Scott as well, but I think he's doing his own thing at some point.
Yeah, Scott will have his own lines on. I don't know what time he's doing that, but it'll be good to. I think a lot of people are going to have a lot of opinions tonight, especially if it is at the moment.
But I'm finishing at 9 o'clock, so I can do the rounds on people's channels if they're still going, because obviously I realize that everybody's going to be doing them. So that I'm finishing at 9 and I'm going on Lee Judges TV after 10 p.m. at some point. And then so it's whoever comes on. Like I said, it's these shows, these transfer specials, a bit of they're an open house. So anybody who wants to come on, listen, they're not set. They're not sort of, I like to keep these a bit lighthearted, even though it isn't lighthearted at the moment, but I like to give the opportunity for people to come on and, because I stream for such a long time, like this one's going till 4 p.m. So there's enough time for people to come on, have their say. It's mad. So yeah, I like to keep it open so people can come on. If you want to come on, any of you in the chat, Joanne, if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. 28
really
likes
as well.
Says Static. Yeah, come on, keep driving those likes, guys. Like I said, I'm here till 4. Then I'm going off for a couple of hours to take a little bit of a break, and then I'll be back at 6. So yeah, do smash the likes. So yeah, Matt, listen. I wanna thank you for coming on. I really appreciate that. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. But I'm just gonna bring King Tony in.
That's one. I'll leave now then. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no worries.
Nice to be face to face. I know we've interacted on Twitter a lot. I've been trying to put word of mouth out there for you and everything. So
cheers.
Helps. I'm sure people in the chat do it as well. So I'll hopefully probably meet you another time, maybe on another channel or something. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
A game or something.
Definitely. Anytime, mate. Anytime at all.
Right then. Thanks everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, that was Matt. Let's bring in my next guest. He's been on here before.
Big up, Dan. How you doing,
You're
mate?
all right? Yeah, not
cool.
too bad. How are you?
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm still buzzing about Ericsson, actually.
I bet you are. I bet you're over the. Do you know what? I had a feeling. I had a feeling he would go to Brentford because I seen a couple of reports a couple of days ago that he was being linked with Brentford, and I think your manager was asked about him as well, wasn't he? In one of his conferences, and he said he liked Ericsson. So it's good that he's gone there. Even fucking Brentford's doing business. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
they would do better than you, mate.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, it's not hard, is it? Listen, it's not hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no Arsenal fans are getting gassed today, are they? About anything, you know?
Yeah, it's. Oh, I've had enough, mate. I've had enough of Arsenal. Like, honestly,
don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you.
Yeah, I just doing my crunching.
Do you want to come and join us, mate? Want to follow us? Follow the bees, mate.
They're doing me crunching, mate. I've had enough of Josh. I've had enough of Stan taking the old cell piss out of us. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it all, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just. It's. I
like what you said about Stan earlier about him being a ramshag or a ram. Yeah, I'll put that politely because you said, "Oh, effing the Rams" or something, didn't you? You said something like that, and I thought,
I hope the Rams get fucking smashed, mate. I hope they do. I hope Stan Kroenke's sit there on the telly crying into his handkerchief. Do you know what I mean? Just. Do you know what I mean? I hope he sits there crying into his handkerchief, and I hope he
get what he deserves. Then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Honestly, it's mad. But I don't know. I hope he just. I don't want to see him anytime.
No, man.
It's mad when you see him do stuff like that. When you see him go to the. When you see him go to the Rams games. It just makes me more angry because I'm like, you should be coming to Arsenal.
He cares more about them. Yeah. He cares more about the Rams, doesn't he? Than Arsenal, doesn't he? He don't give a shit about Arsenal, does he? Really? Not at all.
Yeah. It's mad. He doesn't do nothing.
Josh turns up more times than he does, doesn't he? Josh does, you know. No, Josh turns up more than he does. How you been, mate, anyway?
Say that again, mate, sorry.
I said, how have you been anyway? All right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Cool.
Yeah, not too bad, mate, apart from Arsenal ruining the weekend.
Yeah, usual shit, isn't it, with Arsenal all the time, isn't it? So, they never get any better, do they? Such a backwards team, Arsenal. Fucking, I'll get so frustrated with him if I was I was an Arsenal fan at one stage, of course, but you know, not at the moment with the old fraud in charge. No way.
Tony says is that true that Arsenal will have to pay 75 million to release Isaac? Yeah, it's true. 90 million euros. 90 million euros, which is 75 million pound. I did see
you
a
rate him
report
though,
earlier.
didn't you, Dan? You rate him, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
did see a report that Arsenal had a 58 million, 65 million euros bid rejected, and they said that only the release clause. Do you know what? I don't rate him, but I'm not against him. Like it's weird because I don't know an awful lot about him. I've not seen an awful lot of him play. All I'm going off is his stats this season, and they're not great.
Yeah.
Like, I realize that stats isn't everything to go by, but I've seen him a little bit for the Euros, and then I've watched little bits of him last season when he was linking up with Odegaard, and he looked okay. He looked decent. Still a lot of improvement. Still a lot of improvement.
Potential.
But there's a lot of it's a lot of risk to pay 90 euros. 90 million euros for.
And the thing is, you want a better manager that can bring it out of him, isn't it? The
thing is as well, right? If you're going to pay 90 million euros, you might as well. I'd take him. I'd take Isaac, but if you're going to pay 90 million euros, you want to wait and get somebody in the summer. The problem Arsenal have got is that we don't have anybody now.
You need
someone
now. Yeah, you
do. If we could wait for the summer and we had somebody now who we could go till the end of the season, then I can understand them waiting. But we need someone now. Like, honestly, we ain't gonna get fucking anywhere with Eddie as our top striker. Because I honestly, like, look, and I ain't gonna lie. If I see Eddie come on the pitch, I'm just gonna end up walking out that stadium, and I ain't gonna be like, I couldn't give a fuck. Honestly,
I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you.
At least Lacazette, for all his lack of goal scoring ability, at least he offers something with his hold-up play. At least he offers something. Eddie offers nothing. I'd rather stick Pepe down the middle than put Eddie there. I'd rather stick Ben White up front than put Eddie there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's saying something. Ben Shite up there, yeah, that'd be even worse, wouldn't it?
Honestly, I don't rate Eddie, and all these people that sit in the stadium going Eddie, oh, shut up with that chant. Man. It does my head in. Like, honestly, it does. When people sit there and go Eddie, how about you just get a life and realize that he's not all that?
They must have seen Eddie Murphy turn up or something. That's probably what it is. Eddie, yeah, all the time.
It's mad.
Eddie Murphy. No.
If Odegaard was any good, says Joanne, Real Madrid would have kept him. Do you know the thing with Odegaard, right? And I've said this as well.
Yeah.
I think there is a player in there, but I think the problem is I don't think Arteta's getting the best out of him.
No.
I think there's definitely a player in there because I see glimpses of it.
There has been glimpses, yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't think Arteta gets the best out of him. You know,
well,
when you watch him for Norway, he's absolutely outstanding. And I know a lot of people look at Haaland, but when you watch Odegaard for Norway, he's decent. Do you know what I mean? He looks decent. But yeah, I don't know. Like, honestly, I would even. I don't know. Obviously, Real Madrid. I see Man City are trying to get Haaland now as well. Man City are after Haaland. They're after Haaland, not for this window, but for the summer.
For the summer, yeah.
Yeah, they're after Haaland, and then they had Isaac as one of the lists as well. They rate Isaac, but I don't know.
They signed Alvarez, didn't they? Is it Julian Alvarez they signed?
Yeah,
from City.
From River Plate.
River Plate, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's like. He's probably only a kid, and he's only a youngster, isn't he? So
yeah. No worries, Tiger and Guna. So thanks. He's off to bed. Thanks for watching from Australia. Really appreciate that. It's big. I realise it's sort of.
How bad it is for Arsenal. Even Burnley have signed a player. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's mad.
Oh my God, man! I was looking on now because I've got Sky Sports obviously. I'm watching it all on there, and They're on about Lingard going somewhere. Did you see that on loan, apparently? Jesse Lingard? He's going on loan, apparently, somewhere. I didn't see where, but might be West Ham again. Might be going back there. Lingard.
Joanne says, what I would say about Stan is that Arteta's given money, but Arteta hasn't spent it wisely. I don't think the money that we've had, I don't think we've spent it badly. Like the players that we brought in, like when you look at players like Willian and that, yeah, I completely agree with you. But when you look at players like Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Gabrielle,
Yeah.
I don't think they're bad players. Like even Ben White, I don't think he's a bad player. I just think A, you need the manager with experience to get the best out of those players. And B, you need to add to that. It's all well and good getting those players, but you need backup players because as we've seen, when they get injured, our Tross is shit. Now, I know we've got rid of all our Tross, but the problem is now, when they get injured, we've got nobody else to bring in.
That's right.
Like, literally,
no
we
backup.
haven't even got, we can't even bring the crap off the bench because all the crap's gone. Like, I just have visions of Arteta. Like, we're getting an injury to Lacazette, we're getting an injury to Nketiah. I just have visions of Arteta going, right, I'll just bring someone off the. Actually, I've got no one to bring off the bench. We're looking at an empty bench.
He'd put himself on, wouldn't he? He'd put himself on the print anyway.
We've got 17 players in our squad now. You know, that's madly insane.
But how many was there to begin with? Is it what 30 odd, wasn't there? Was there 30 odd? Was that in the squad, or was there that many? Or was there about 30 odd in the squad?
What, for Burnley?
No, for Arsenal.
It's just mad. I can't remember, to be honest. Let's have a look here. Is there anything else on Twitter going on? Let's see if there is any more news. Probably isn't going to be. I think it's just people ranting. Let's have a look. Is there anything going on? Probably not, because this is Arsenal we're talking about.
So you get a few guests on later then, don't you? A few more guests on later.
What's that, sorry?
You're getting a few more guests on later, yeah?
Yeah, at 6 p.m.
Oh, cool.
That's hilarious. Somebody's just tweeted completely away from transfers. Somebody's just tweeted here going, Boris Johnson waiting for Sue Gray's report. We should all wait. And now the report's published. He's like, I don't agree with the report. That sums him up altogether.
My God. Yeah. Well, he's guilty though, and he bangs the rights. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Boris.
Let's have a look. Nothing's going on here. I don't know who this AFC Glenn is, but he keeps trolling because he's just put here. Apparently, Arsenal are going to activate Isaac's release clause.
Well, take that with a pinch of salt, can't you?
This Leif guy, I don't know who he is as well. He's put what you said. He said apparently Arsenal surprised that Pierre-Emerick Odemwingie is in Barcelona. Yeah, he's just posted it on Twitter, and he must be a journalist or something because he's got a blue tick next to his name.
Good.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I was watching that on Sky though, Dan, about Aubameyang. They did say he was there unofficially, so
yeah,
he was actually supposed to be there. So. What's that? What's that,
oh,
Dave?
God. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So this Leif guy is just put. Don't forget, you can go to your local kebab shop 2 minutes before the. You can recreate Arsenal's transfer window by going 2 minutes before it closes, offering £20 for a doner that you won't eat.
Oh, God, man. That is jokes, man. Oh, my God.
That's mad.
Yeah, we just put another player out on loan, apparently. Charlie Good, who we got there, is a defender. We put him out on loan to Sheffield United, apparently. So, no one of our players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Sky Sports have reported it now about the Aubameyang turning up. They're saying they're surprised he's arrived in Barcelona.
Yeah.
They
didn't say nothing about that on Sky. They didn't say nothing about that.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's going on here? Yeah, nothing's going on. What a fucking load of bollocks.
Oh, God,
yeah.
man. It's the usual shit, isn't it? What do you expect with Arsenal?
Yeah, what a load of bollocks.
Old banter club.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we just put another player out on loan, apparently, Brentford. So we put a guy called Charlie Good. You probably wouldn't know him, but we got him, I think, was it a couple of seasons or so ago? And we put him out on loan now. So, but we might be getting another player called Lewis Potter. You probably never heard of him either. So,
nah, I don't know what's going on. It's mad. I don't know what's going on with Arsenal. Nothing is going on.
No,
it's just crazy. Honestly, it really is. It's absolutely crazy. It's mad. It's mad.
I'll tell you what, though, if I was Everton, I'd be quite excited at the moment with Lampard coming in. And then you got that, and then they got Van der Beek and all that on loan now. Everton. Things are looking up for them, aren't they, really? So
I don't know what's going on.
I think Lampard would be a good man. I think he was underrated at Chelsea. You know, he could have done better there, but I don't think he was given time in the end, was he, Lampard? So I think he could do a madness at Everton, though. So
yeah, I don't know. Arsenal ain't gonna do no business, are we? It's mad.
No. Poor old Arsenal.
We're not gonna do no business.
How's your wife then, Dan? She all right? How's Suzanne? All
yeah,
right?
we're not gonna do any business.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just mad. It's total crazy. Let's see what we got here in the comments.
Yeah, sorry, my name's different on Twitter, by the way. Sorry about that. I bet you thought you didn't think it was me, did you? On there?
No, I knew it was you because
Oh right, yeah.
Because you got your surname on there as well, haven't you?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same as on Facebook.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful though, don't you? Sometimes what you put on there. So
yeah,
you don't know who's
I'm
watching.
always careful, mate.
Yeah, man.
It's mad. It's total mad. It's just crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's have a look. Ah, that's.
Bloody Spuds are buying a lot of players as well, aren't they? They just signed that. Is it Benson Cure or something for 20 million? From Juventus. Got him at Spurs, didn't they?
Sorry?
Spurs. They just signed another player. Spurs again.
Fucking Spurs are moving quicker than Arsenal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, terrible, isn't it? They've signed. I think they've signed 2 players now. Is it Kulusevski they signed and Benson Cure or something? So.
I don't know what's going on. It's just I'm fed up of bloody hearing about everybody else. I just want to hear Arsenal. Arsenal are doing fuck all.
Oh, that's it. I think it's Newcastle and West Ham are both after Lingard, I believe. What it says on there, Jesse Lingard. So
Static says if I was Arsenal, go and sign Defoe before he goes to Sunderland.
I don't know. That ain't bad. That ain't a bad call, you know. Defoe is a good player still. He can get goals, so you know he's a predator, isn't he?
If I was Arsenal, I'd go and if I was Arsenal, I'd put the club up for sale and get the hell out. Because I don't want Stan Kroenke anywhere near this bloody club. Honestly, I don't want Stan Kroenke anywhere near this club.
Yeah. Well, if you lot could do a proper protest, you'd get him out, wouldn't you? You'd get them all out.
Yeah.
You could do an actual proper protest.
People only protest when it suits them. Like now, people will protest, but people protest when it's too late at Arsenal. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Listen, there's 15 of you in chat. Do smash the like button. Do share the content as well. And like I said, I'm going to be back at 6 p.m. as well. I've got some more guests lined up. So yeah, I'll be back at 6 p.m. taking a 2-hour break at 4 p.m. or just around 4 p.m. maybe a little bit earlier. And then I will be back at 6 p.m. with new guests.
Yeah. There's a lot of streams on today, isn't there?
Yeah, there's loads.
Lee Gunner and all that. He's doing a load again as usual. Lee Gunner and who's at AFTV obviously and all that. So
yeah,
it's a usual lot
world.
really.
It's a competitive world with the transfer news.
It is. Yeah, you're competing against all them, aren't you, as well? So
yeah. It's hard, but you know, you got to put it. I'm always putting in the work, and then you know, I always expect the evening ones to be better as well. Like the evening stream will be better.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's just growing. You know, it's just growing. But yeah, like I said, guys, I will be back at.
You always got my support, by the way. You always got my support, man. So
yeah, there's loads of others. I appreciate that.
So.
I appreciate everyone's support, you know. It's just that's the thing as well, just trying to get people to watch, and I realize everybody's got busy times and stuff. It's just but yeah, my aim's to get to 5k by the end of the season, so
yeah, I think you will. I think you'll do it.
I'm on push for 5k by the end of the season.
Yeah, come on everybody, get down to 5k. You know he deserves it. He's brilliant, he's a legend. Come on, everyone.
Who's that? Yeah,
I said, come on, everyone, get you to 5k. I'm telling people to get you to 5k.
Yeah, that's
You know,
that's it.
absolute
Hopefully I get
legend, mate.
there. But
Yeah, I think you will, man. So definitely.
let's have a look. What do we got here? Yeah, Gary, we've just spoken about that.
What was he put?
He's
Because I'm not looking at the messages at the moment, so I'm not actually looking at them.
Gary said, I can't. The club haven't even let Aubameyang. We haven't agreed to let Aubameyang go. He's just gone there off his own accord.
Oh yeah, I'm reading that now. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. It's total crazy. It's total mad. But yeah, do smash the like button, guys. Like I said, 6 p.m. back here for another stream. I'll be going till 9 p.m. and then 9 p.m. I'll be doing the rounds on other channels like Lee Judges TV and various other channels. If Scott's still going, I'll probably pop on there. Yeah, I'll probably pop on there. But yeah, it's gonna be mad, absolutely mad.
Yeah, somebody said on there, what's this? Just trying to find it now.
Mad Maxi says, I bet we get Diego
Costa.
That's
it. That's the one I was just going to look at. Diego Costa, yeah.
I don't want Diego Costa. I'd take him on a 6-month loan. Because the thing about Diego Costa, he's a bully, but I'm not sure. He's aging now, isn't he? He's like 33.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, if we're going for any players that are older than that, we might as well just get my nan in there. Do you know what I mean? She fits the criteria. Hey, listen, she fits the criteria. She's always injured. She's aging. She's always injured. She's aging, and she'll probably be on not much wages.
Yeah, well, Arsenal are retirement home, aren't they? So she should go there, shouldn't she? Retirement home.
Apparently Lingard's joined Brighton on loan.
Brighton? I thought he said it was going to be Newcastle or West Ham. I thought he said on there.
He said slow sports news.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going there.
Colonel said Arsenal need to re-sign Sonogo on loan. He's free.
Yeah.
He's free.
Get him and Bentner up front. Yeah, how about that? Bentner. Get him back there. Lord Bentner.
Yeah, we don't want Bentner. No, thanks. I don't want Bentner. I don't want anybody I don't want the French postman neither.
French postman. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't want the French postman.
Yeah. What about Andy Bayor? Get him back there.
Yeah, it's mad. But listen, guys, there's 11 people watching. Smash the like button. And do smash the subscribe. I'll be going till about 4, maybe 3:30. If it's nothing breaks by 3:30, I'll end it at 3:30. And then I'm back at 6 anyway. 6 till 9. So that the evening.
More breaking news, by the way. I see Everton are after Dele Alli. They're in talks with Dele Alli now. Everton.
What is it, Suzanne?
The bacon roll.
Oh yes, please. Yeah, I'll have that when I finish.
Yeah, Everton are after Dele Alli. It says on there. In talks with him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's mad. But yeah. So if nothing breaks by 3:30, I'll wrap up at 3:30. And then I was going to wrap up at 4, but I'll wrap up at 3:30 because I'm back on at 6 till 9. So I'm back, you know, two streams today. You get over 5 hours of content from me. Like I said, I've got people joining at 6 till 9 as well. I've got a couple of other guests on with Sophie from the Highbury squad. Lee Judges is potentially coming on as well. So yeah, it's mad, but appreciate Matt you coming on earlier, and And King Tony, mate, I appreciate you. I know
Yeah, cheers.
that's
Cheers,
what
Dan.
people know you as, so I'll just call you that.
Anytime,
you change your name.
anytime, mate.
Mate, you change your name
Yeah.
like Arsenal changed training kits. Do you know what I mean? On YouTube. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think Arsenal changing more than my name, mate, to be honest. But there you go.
You put out different names on YouTube and Twitter quicker than Arsenal put out new training kits. Like, I think it's a race. Do you know what I mean?
No, I think they'll win the race. Arsenal myself putting out the kit. You know, to be honest.
Yeah, they just.
Oh God, it's merch FC at Arsenal, isn't it? Basically, that's what it is.
Merchandise FC.
Yeah.
Merchandise FC. It's crazy. It is. It's absolutely crazy.
You know what I just heard as well, Dan? You know, Ericsson shirts will be going off the pegs in the shop soon. They'll be flying off the pegs and that.
Yeah.
They say they got all the Ericsson shirts in our shop. They say they're going to be flying off, be going like hotcakes apparently. So everyone's buying them, you know. So yeah. See what happens when you get a big name, innit? When you get a big player, a class player at the team, you know, you get all this, don't you? So
yeah, it's mad. It's absolutely crazy. Big up, there's 15 of you in the chat. Do smash the like button. Smash subscribe. Would really appreciate that. If you're new to the channel.
oh, is that Aubameyang? Because I'm just looking on Sky Sports now. They're showing him getting in the car. I think it was Aubameyang or something. I don't know where that.
Getting in a car?
Yeah, at Barcelona, I think.
Could you imagine that, though? Flying to Barcelona and not even having a deal done, just flying there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's odd and wingy, but in a plane, yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah. I always remember that, didn't you? When he turned, was it at QPR, wasn't it? He turned up at odd and wingy, wasn't it? He turned up there, didn't he? Looking for a transfer.
Remember that. It's mad. It's total crazy. I don't know.
And who was manager then? Was it Harry Redknapp? Crazy. Was it Harry Redknapp manager? When he manager there, and they asked him about it, didn't they? And he didn't like. He was pissed off about it, wasn't he? He weren't happy. I think it was Harry Redknapp, wasn't it? When he went there. Yeah. So how's Suzanne then, Dan? Is she all right? Your wife? Okay.
It's mad.
Yeah, I heard her on there again, your wife. She was on there again earlier as well, wasn't she? Your wife, I could hear her talking on there.
What's that, sorry?
I could hear your wife on there again earlier on, Suzanne.
Yeah.
She was on there talking, wasn't she? Yeah.
Colonel says, Arsenal's trying to sign all these strikers. We haven't put in a bid for the two we could have got in, Ollie Watkins and Ivan Toney. I don't. To be honest, like I don't rate. I rate Ollie Watkins, but is he good enough for Arsenal? I'm not so sure. Like,
careful what you say about Toney, Dan.
The other thing is Ivan Toney. Like, for me, I rate him, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think he still needs a few more years, like at Brentford, to
develop.
Yeah. I mean, you're obviously going to say that because you're a Brentford fan, but I wouldn't be thrilled about Ivan Toney coming in at Arsenal. I don't think he'd do. I don't know. Maybe with players around him, but I don't know. I want to see more from him. Like, I like him; he's a good player, but I want to see more.
You'd see it when you do them crosses. Yeah.
Having said that, if we are going to put in a bid for Isaac, and his stats aren't really. I think Ivan Toney's stats are a bit better than Isaac's.
Yeah, but they're in the Championship, don't forget, and lower league. That's the only thing. He hasn't exactly done it at Premiership level yet. That's the only thing, is he? So he's got about. I think he's got about 5 or 6 goals, and that's it in the Premiership. So you know, He's not that much better than Isaac, to be honest. But
right, let's have a look at the old Twitter again. See if there's anything. See if there's anything breaking. Not a lot going on at the moment, has to be said, where Arsenal's concerned.
what about on Romano's? He must have something else on there, Romano, hasn't he?
Nah, Romano's not really. Ramsey's gone to Rangers.
Oh, he's definitely gone, is he? Oh, right.
Yeah.
That ain't a bad signing. I think he's only on loan, isn't he, though? I think he's only on loan there. So that's not bad.
Let's have a look. This Leif's purporting that Bamiyang's selling his 6 Lamborghini up for sale just to fund his move to Barcelona.
Oh, God. Was that on eBay? Yeah. Oh, God, man.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Nothing's going on.
I'm not surprised Dembele turned you down either. I'm not surprised about that. Not at all.
I wasn't fully convinced by him.
No. No, nobody really wants to come to Arsenal, let's face it. None of them, do they? It's your manager. That's the problem.
Mbappe's agreed his summer move to Real Madrid.
Oh, well.
For the summer.
But that's going to cost a lot again, isn't it? That transfer.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, so nothing there to be. Yeah, nothing going on. All quiet on the Western Front. All quiet on the Western Front, to be honest. Yeah.
Fuck all happening again. Yeah, that's Arsenal for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, man. Yeah,
what are we on? We're coming up to 3:20. We're coming up to 3:20. Do you know what? I might wrap this show up because I've been going for 2 hours and nothing's happening. Man. I'm back at 6 anyway, so
you got a load of guests on later, so it'd be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Later on.
Yeah, it's mad. But I want to thank you for coming on, mate. I really appreciate you coming on.
No worries, Dan. Anytime, mate. You know, I'm happy to come on anytime. So.
Anytime, and hopefully you can tune in at 6 p.m. with all the guests and. But yeah, appreciate you giving up your time to come on.
No worries, mate. No worries. I mean, it's I'm only really looking at the transfers and all that going through. So, on Sky Sports and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, just happy, obviously, with Ericsson at the moment. Still buzzing about that. So, to actually get a world-class midfielder in, if he can still play like he, he's still got good form and good creativity like he used to have. I think that's a great signing. I think it's one of the signing of the windows. If he can do that. So,
no, you should be buzzing at that. You should be buzzing.
he's got that defib thing on his heart, hasn't he? That's the thing as well. So hopefully it'll be okay. His health will be okay and all that. So, but we won't actually have him until next week. That's the problem. So he'll miss the Everton game. We won't have him for it. So unfortunately, but
yeah.
Sorry,
well, no, listen, mate. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I'm going to close the show now.
No worries, no worries, Dad.
Thanks for coming on, and appreciate.
I might join you for the Brentford Arsenal. How about that? Come on for that one.
Yeah. I'll get you on for the preview. I'll get you on for the preview and the review. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, listen, I'll give you a shout.
Yeah, I'll banter you about it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, then, make it double. All right. Cheers, Dan. Take care, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks. Bye.
So there you go, guys. That was King Tony. Yeah, that was King Tony there. Listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna wrap this stream up, but I'm gonna have a quick last look through the comments. Let's have a quick last look through the comments. But I'm gonna be back on at 6 p.m. So this is not the end of the stream. Not the end of the streams. I know I'm ending early. I was going to go to 4 p.m., but not a lot's happening. Not a lot's happening. So, yeah, I will be back at 6 p.m. with another load of guests. It's been nice having Matt on and then King Tony on. Let's have a look here. I will read. There we go. Let's read. Let's have a look. What has Edu actually been doing, says Gary? It seems like we had a list of players. We had a list of Vlahovic and then it ended nothing. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Edu's got a lot to answer for. He really has. Edu's got an awful lot to answer for. So yeah, I think he's at fault for this. Absolutely at fault for this. Yeah, he's a massive at fault. Big up Del Boy Gunner. I hope you're well, mate. Yeah, I hope you're well. I appreciate. Yeah, I hope you're well, mate. Thanks for popping in. Nothing happening, says Tony. Nothing happening at Arsenal. But yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's absolutely crazy that we're at 3 p.m. and nothing's happening. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But listen, there's still a few hours to go. Do I think something's going to happen? Probably not. Do I think stuff's going to happen? Probably not. But listen, we'll have to wait and see. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up early. I know I was going to go till 4 p.m., but not a lot's happening. So I'm going to be back at 6 p.m. With a load more guests. I'm going to go and sort that show out for the evening. Do go over there and smash the like button on it. Would really appreciate that. And like I said, as always, at 6 p.m., if anybody wants to come on, more than welcome to. So just DM me on Twitter and you can come on. I'm probably going to limit 15 minutes because I've got a few people lined up already. So, and I'm going to go till about 9 or around 9. Maybe it might be a bit before if nothing happens like this show. But if stuff breaks, then they aim is to wrap it up by 9. But listen, guys, thanks to everybody that's tuned in. Hopefully some news breaks and it gets a bit more exciting for us. At the moment, not a lot's happening. Big up yourselves. Smash the like button on the way out. Smash the subscribe button. I'll see you all at 6 p.m. Take care, guys.